Well, 49ers, after this week, it's looking like you paid the wrong receiver.
Let's talk football.
All right, what's going on, everyone? My name is Antonio, and welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast, where sports are everything on this channel. Today, we're talking about the Niners. Now, after the Niners got upset by the Los Angeles Rams without Puka Nacua and without Cooper Kupp, primarily, it was the receivers making the drops and also part of their defense, not looking the same as it was from last year's dominant defense. But one thing stood out of Jauan Jennings scoring not one, not two, but three touchdown passes, and Aiyuk has done nothing for the 49ers so far, just from what I've noticed. But the question is, did the 49ers pay the wrong receiver? Now, I'll be getting into this in a little bit, but as you can probably tell, I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm kind of happy on how bad the Niners are doing. No disrespect to the Niners at all, but they just look bad right now. No disrespect, but it is because of the injuries that are going on right now, and part of it is the coaching and the coordination as well, at least on the defensive side of the ball, because everyone on that side of the ball appears to be healthy. But anyways, for now, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, let's talk about the Niners. So the 49ers. Just looked at Brandon Aiyuk's stat line from the season so far. He's had 11 catches for 119 yards, but he's had no touchdowns. If you look at it from stat standpoint, then I would say yes, that they did pay the wrong receiver. Because I've said this a few times. Jauan Jennings kind of gives me the vibes of Jermaine Kearse, of a legendary receiver in Seattle that made that amazing catch in that NFC Championship game versus the Green Bay Packers to win it in overtime. But enough about that. They did pay the wrong receiver in this circumstance. But I don't think that's just Brandon Aiyuk. What I think is, and I've said this during the offseason, if they were going to trade someone, and if they were going to trade someone like it was in when I was talking about Aiyuk, they should trade Deebo Samuel because he was barely a factor last season for this team. He was barely a factor. Brandon Aiyuk outplayed Deebo Samuel last season. And I do think that getting Aiyuk paid was the right move. But now you got Deebo Samuel in there, and you guys aren't even doing well without him, and also George Kittle and CMC. But I will say this. The offense didn't entirely lose that game. Because although you did have the drop passes and you did have those struggles, it was ultimately the defense that let y'all down. Because even though in week one you beat the Jets, which are not that good at all, because they've so far beaten two last place teams. The Jets. They've only beaten two last place teams. You have faced now one over 500 team, and that is the Minnesota Vikings. And then you went on the road to SoFi Stadium last week, and you lost to a Rams team that was without Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. How do you lose a game with a Puka and Cooperless Rams team? Explain me that. Because, they had their struggles as well. The Rams also had their struggles. But how do you let a Rams team that was just decimated on injuries, as were you, how do you let them come back in the fourth when you had a 10-point lead? Just like in the Super Bowl, Kyle Shanahan's known for giving up those 10-point leads. And he did it again. I just noticed this recently. But I've said this. Kyle Shanahan's fighting for his job right now. Because The 49ers, no matter how good they look in the regular season, no matter how good they are, they can make the playoffs. But I've said this. They cannot win a Super Bowl because you can't beat Kansas City. I mean, the receiver issue, that's perfectly fine as is because it doesn't care if you have any receivers or not. You had one of the most talented, most stacked, most decked rosters you could ask for. And what did you do? You gave up a 10-point lead to Patty Mahomes, who you've not even beaten yet in the Super Bowl or in the regular season, and you've still lost to them. I don't care that they are looking just demoted right now because of their injury. Me coming back soon, fully healthy. And trust me, as a Seahawks fan, I'm a little scared to go against them in week 6, just on how well we're doing right now. And I'm realistic. I know my team ain't up there yet. I know that my squad isn't up there yet because I know that this week is going to be a test for my team because, of course, my team plays the Lions on Monday night. I'm not like a sorry Cowboy fan that destroys TV monitors whenever they lose a playoff game. But this Niners squad, you have to finish the job this year. You have to go into the playoffs. You need to win every single game. You have to win all the way to the Super Bowl and win it. Because if you don't, Kyle Shanahan could be out of a job before you know it. Because Kyle Shanahan's had the opportunities. He has had the chances. You had the most decked roster you could ask for. You had Debo. You had Aiyuk. You had Kittle, which Aiyuk is not performing that well right now. You had many guys. Even before Jordan Mason came in. You had the weapons. And what did y'all do? You couldn't finish it when the moment mattered the most. And I'm gonna sound crazy for saying this. I actually want the Niners to win a Super Bowl because of their drought. And I know it might sound crazy, but I've been pulling for the Niners. I said this. I would take the Niners in the Super Bowl when they played against Kansas City, but because of their history, because of Kyle Shanahan giving up those 10-point leads, because of Mahomes' record against the 49ers, I went with the Chiefs instead of the 49ers because I was concerned on how the Niners were going to play. If they were going to actually show up and do their job and keep a 10-point lead, or if they were going to choke it in the bag. Because you had it. The Super Bowl was right there for the taking. You were the team of destiny. You got butt whooped by Mike McDonald and the Ravens when you were going against them last season. And you got butt whooped by the Ravens on Christmas, which are not the same team because of Mike McDonald leaving to Seattle. But I'm going to say this to y'all Niner fans right now. If y'all lose to the Patriots, which I'm not expecting, if y'all lose to the Patriots, there's room for concern. But I'm not going to say that entirely because the Patriots have been doing poorly as of late. But you've only beaten a Jets team that is just that won 2 games against 2 last place teams right now. And I know you're demoted, but you still need to find a way to win, even without Debo, CMC, and Kittle, which Jauan Jennings could be that guy, and also Jordan Mason. But you have to do your part. If you don't do yours, and Kyle Shanahan ends up choking again, his job is up in San Francisco. I'm calling it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you guys think that the wrong receiver got paid in this circumstance? Let me know why down in the comment section below because I said that the Niners did make the wrong move because Jauan Jennings certainly performed better than Brandon Aiyuk has this season. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, I'll catch you all in the next one. Ciao for now.